is coming your way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This place is gonna go crazy. Let's get it on in the Foot Locker three-point contest. It takes a steady hand and a keen eye and an even steadier nerve to survive this competition.
For a lot of folks, this is actually their favorite All-Star event. There's a lot of drama. It always seems to come down to the wire. So let's get it on.
Well, it's an event that I really enjoy, guys. You know, anytime you get the best shooters in the NBA together to duke it out, it's going to be a good time.
And so it'll be Stephen Curry here. He'll have 60 seconds to try and make his way through 5 racks, each one containing 4 regular balls, and then the 2-point money ball.
A maximum score is 30 points, Kevin, but you've got to get into a really good rhythm right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's usually pretty easy to tell right away whether a player has it going or not.
You know, I feel like guys sometimes start to drift off mentally deep in a round. How about you, Steve? Did you ever find your focus slipping away as you got to the last couple of racks?
Yeah, I think my first couple of years, you know, by the 3rd rack, I started thinking about popcorn or, you know, maybe where I was going to go to dinner later. Curry really catching fire now. He's in the zone.
Coolly knocks down his 5th straight.
A strong close out there.
Now to 15. He's got 16. Make it 17. A total of 17 points that he'll take away from that round. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Yeah, it was adequate, absolutely. I mean, he really stayed with it, hung in there nicely, I thought.
Yeah, that's right. There were some moments when it looked like things might slip away from him, but I thought he was really tough. He hung in there throughout and posted a decent number.
Here we go with Damian Lillard.
And I know he's going out there with the mindset of just relax, have fun, and see what happens.
Well, that's a great way to approach it because really
he's sitting at just 9 points as the round comes to an end. Well, not his finest showing. I think we can all agree he could have done a lot better.
Yeah, and you know, in this kind of format, guys, the slow starts can be almost insurmountable.
So it's Kyrie Irving ready to go.
A hot start is pretty.
Here we go with James Harden.
When Harden came into the league, people were unsure if he'd be able to shoot with range in the NBA. He started out a little slow, but he's become quite the scorer and sharpshooter. And a lot of people thought that would be the case. It was just a matter of when. To avoid being dismissed.
The round ends, and he's got 19. Guys, hard to find any fault with that display.
Well, he did, especially considering the fact that he came out of the gates pretty slowly. But when things kicked into gear for him, guys, he really got hot.
So it'll be Kevin Durant here.
Kevin Durant, KD as he's called, has been a part of a couple of three-point contests now, yet to win one, even though he comes in as a big favorite when he participates.
If he can crack 16, he'll stay in contention. He's got to focus. The round ends, and he's got 19. Now that's how you do it. Outstanding focus throughout the round.
That's a well-earned and well-deserved score. He found his rhythm, and he kept his rhythm.
Yeah, and given the look on his face throughout that round, guys, I'd say he's taking this contest very seriously.
And here we go with Freak, wrapping up the qualifying round. He knows there's nobody coming after him. He knows the score to beat. 17 or higher would keep him in contention.
Well, the number's right there for him. If he can just stay focused, not rush his shots, and find some rhythm.
Wow! Now 8 points.
He needs 8 more points to advance. Off to a terrific start.
12 for him. 4 more points to advance. That's 5 straight. He's getting on a roll. That shot ties him for 3rd. That moves him to 3rd. He's tied for 2nd. It's all tied.
And that is the best score of the qualifying round.
Now 23. 24. A huge score. 26 points. Wow, how about that performance, guys? Man, nice work.
Well, the best he looked clearly was during that streak when he made 8 in a row. He really had it going.
Money's gonna. Here we go with James Harden. By going first, he can put a lot of the pressure on the guys behind him if he posts a good score.
In the history of this event, I think one moment that anyone who saw it remembers was Craig Hodges hitting his first 19 shots in the semifinal round back in 1991.
Yeah, that was unbelievable, Clark. Probably the greatest display of shooting that I've ever seen. And I'll tell you what, Hodges did a lot of amazing things in the three-point contest. He won it 3 times during the 90s.
He's got 5. He could have taken more from that rack, only got 2 points. Now with 6. He's up to 7.
Ooh, Harden starting to feel it.
That's his 5th consecutive make.
Yeah, this is how you do it.
7 straight, he's stringing them together. 1 rack left. This ain't pretty. His 5th consecutive miss. He finishes with 14 points on the board. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
You know, when he knocked down those 7 straight shots, things were flowing very nicely for him there.
And so we'll see Kevin Durant.
And the score to beat, 14. We'll see if he can take the lead here.
Makes his first there. Moneyball, no good. That's 2. 3 down.
Durant really starting to light it up now, guys.
Can't get the money ball.
More points and he'll tie things up.
He's up to 7. Money ball, no good.
6 points more and it's tied.
Now 9 points. He just can't find the bottom of the net with those money balls. He's missed all 4. 5 more points to tie it up. 10 points on the board. And that about does it.
Too late to make up ground now.
Yep, out of reach.
He comes away with 11 points. There was just something off about him in that round.
Well, we kept waiting for that point where he'd get hot and rattle off a few in a row, but it just never came.
And here we go with Freak. We've reached the climax. He's got one last shot to go home with the trophy.
You know, in the three-point contest, these guys are really on an island out there. I mean, you're used to sharing the court with 9 other guys. 4 of them are your teammates, and now it's just you out there. It has a little bit of a golf, tennis, or track and field feel.
Yeah, that's right. An individual sport atmosphere. And some guys love that, some don't. But, you know, if you don't love it, you probably shouldn't be here. I think everybody in the lineup tonight really will enjoy it. And then, of course, it's just a matter of who can get hot.
1 more to tie, and he buries his 5th in a row. That'll do it. That's good. You're looking at the winner right there, folks. The rest is gravy.
Masterful performance.
Boy, I love the flow, the confidence he's shown here, and the fans loving it too.
Kept up a great pace right there. He even left some time on the clock. A 23-point round for him. What an unbelievable round. Right away you could tell it was going to be special.
Well, we all know how important the money balls are in this event, and he hit 4 out of 5 of them. That's very good work.
And that puts an end to the Foot Locker three-point contest. It couldn't have gone any better for this year's outstanding champion, Money.
He was one chill customer out there. He really kept his wits about him the entire way through the contest.
And that's the key, Clark. He never got too high, never got too low, just found his groove and took off from there.
And from all of us here at 2K Sports, we're thrilled to have brought you this year's three-point contest. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, saying so long and thanks for watching.